Back to our coverage of the NFL draft this morning. The second and third rounds will be held today.
Joining us this morning to talk more draft and the Panthers' choice to pick that wide receiver is Reginald Walker Jr. from the Sports Business Journal. Reginald, good morning to you. Thanks for getting up to speak with us. So we have to get your opinion. What did you think of the Panthers' pick last night?
Well, first and foremost, good morning. I'll say it this way. It was not a shock, but certainly a surprise. I thought they would go defense with the 8th pick, with the issues that they had last season on the defensive side of the football, but instead going Tetairoa McMillan. I actually liked the pick in a lot of ways. I just did not expect that to be the pick at that spot.
Yeah, sharing the same sentiment that our sports director, Nick Carboni, shared as well with us. What do you think? Can T-Mac, do you think he can step in right away?
I do. I think he can immediately be a part of this offense. I think there are some situations and scenarios, particularly if you get into some third and long type situations where you're looking at a scenario where McMillan's on the field with Adam Thielen, with Xavier Legette, with Jake Coker as well. So you start looking at that, you see a great deal of guys in that group that can win some one-on-one matchups from time to time. So I think you have to like that situation. And then you think about it projecting down the road. Adam Thielen is going to turn 35 years old just before the season starts. So McMillan could potentially slide right into that slot, gives them a big target as well going down the middle of the field.
I don't think that the number one pick, Cam Ward, came as a surprise to anyone. But what did you think of some of the other surprises last night? The whole Cleveland-Jacksonville trade-up. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I suspected that Cleveland might be active. I was actually going backwards for a second. I was actually in Nashville earlier this week, had a chance to see the Browns owner, Jimmy Haslam, talk to him briefly. The city there was expecting and very excited for Cam Ward with the Tennessee Titans. On the added piece of that, getting back to the Browns and the trade, you knew the Jaguars had to do something to mix things up with their fortunes over the last few years. They're set at quarterback with a guy like Trevor Lawrence. They've had some issues. They picked up a bunch of receivers the last couple of years and then let some of those guys go because it didn't work out. You wondered if they would be aggressive, and they absolutely were aggressive. They go up and they get Travis Hunter, a guy that gives them something on both sides of the football, a dynamic playmaker. This is a Jaguars team that's also getting ready to undergo a stadium renovation. They're going to be playing in different places. They're looking for a draw, and certainly Travis Hunter gives them that. Very aggressive in doing so, but the Cleveland Browns, smart by them, they essentially, when you take out some of the pick swaps, they net 2 draft picks out of this. Obviously, this year, picking up a pick, but a first-round pick next year as well. So I think a good trade all the way around. Jacksonville gets their guy, and Cleveland gets more draft capital to fix a football team that's really been bad.
Let's go to the other name a lot of Panther fans were following last night. That's Jalen Walker. A lot thought he would go to the Panthers. Instead, he gets picked up by the Falcons. Is he going to be a thorn in the Panthers' side all season?
Absolutely correct. He will be a thorn in the side of the Carolina Panthers for many years to come. I just like his ability off the edge. He's twitchy. He understands angles, makes the right decisions. But what I love the most about this kid, obviously, besides the fact that he's local and his father, he's a son of a coach, right? So his IQ is going to be something that is absolutely consistently growing because he understands how to study the game. Clearly had that opportunity early as a young kid. His father, a former head coach at Catawba College. So he really understands the game. I think that's what's going to help him become an absolute menace to the NFC South for years to come.
We should add that he is not the only son of a coach. We know that Shedeur Sanders, the son of Deion Sanders, is still available in the draft. What do you think will happen with that tonight? And also, what do you think the Panthers are going to go for tonight?
I think it's really interesting with what happens with Shedeur Sanders. Cleveland at the top of the second round. I suspect that they would be interested there. You can allow him to sit, even though probably most likely Deshaun Watson's going to be out this year with the re-tear, if you will, of his Achilles back in late November. I believe it was early January. So he had another surgery. He's likely going to miss the year. So you could potentially, obviously, if you go with Shedeur Sanders, he could potentially play. So that would help there. But then on the other side of things, maybe Cleveland's looking for some other options, looking for some other things. But I suspect Shedeur Sanders, who many had as a first-round talent, I suspect that he will come off the board in the first 2 or 3 picks here tonight in the second round.
All right. Reginald Walker Jr. with Sports Business Journal. Reginald, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you waking up with us.
Anytime. Really appreciate it.